Hope you're having a fabulous Friday. We also have a long weekend. Well, some of you do anyway. We have Canada Day, so I wanted to do a little Canada Day reading for everyone. And if you happen to catch me live, feel free to ask for a message as well. I also have done a daily reading for today as well, so I'm getting this out one day in advance. That's something I'm kind of committing to at this moment. If you are underneath my Facebook profile, Horseman Readings, then you can like and share any of these videos that you like. Just let me know you've liked and shared. I'm going to enter you into my contest for July 3rd for a free reading. Also, if you're interested in a mediumship reading, that's something new that I'm offering. I'm currently learning, so I am offering these readings through email, Zoom, or by phone, whichever way you prefer. It could even be through Messenger if need be. I time it for 35 minutes. It's $35. You can book online through horsemanreadings.com, or you can reach out to book in any of those. This evening, you will also find me underneath my Horseman Readings YouTube channel at 7:15 Atlantic Standard Time. That's Moncton, New Brunswick time in Canada. You can also click my link tree in order to get that YouTube link for the actual reading tonight. Sometimes if you don't click the bell button in YouTube and to say that you want to get notified for all notifications, you can't always find the live reading. So that's going to be 7:15, so you can click my link tree. You'll see that as well. You'll see my next two classes that I have coming up on the 5th and 12th if you're interested in energy work or intuitive classes. Those are great classes to be in. They'll be recorded for my VIP members. And I know I'm giving you guys an overload, but everything's underneath my link tree. You can also check out horsemanreadings.com as well. I have a blog there, etc. But we do have a full moon coming up, and so this is going to be significant for our July 1st reading as well, because our full moon is July 3rd. So we are really in full moon energy already. So in a way, this is a bit of a full moon reading. If you want to join my group reading, this is my first time doing a group reading online. That's $30, and it's going to be at 7 o'clock on Monday night for that full moon. So we're going to be, of course, doing healings as well, but we're definitely going to be doing readings in our group setting, and we're really going to be working on manifesting future things for ourselves. So yeah, sure, we're going to release things with the full moon, but we're also going to take advantage of the moon energy to bring in new positive energy, which is ultimately my goal. So it's not just about the heavy stuff, it's about the light stuff too. So you can book in through horsemanreadings.com, of course, to sign up for that one, or again, you can just e-transfer, whatever you choose. So lots of great stuff coming in. I've been doing some Reiki healing underneath my TikTok as well, and I really have been enjoying that, because for people that if you've never had a Reiki session before, it's emotional and spiritual healing. So just through distance, receiving that, you can definitely start to feel a big shift. So those are now up underneath my YouTube channel as well for the last couple days. Of course, it's always better to be live and interactive, but if you can't be, then replays are great. And I love replays because you can watch things at your own time as well. And in my membership group, everything you get to watch on your own time, which I love, because I know for myself, my life is kind of cuckoo crazy, and I really like having access to things afterwards. Okay. Whew. So this full moon group reading that I'm offering, hello, how are you today? It's not going to be recorded, so you have to come in to that one, because it's going to be more intimate, and we're going to be doing readings in there, so it's going to be more about the people that are actually in the space. Alright, so deep breaths. I'm getting a strong pull around my root chakra, so I'm just going to take a moment here. There's a card that fell, and I feel like that's going to be significant as well. So I'm feeling called towards 5 cards, as if it's a timeline or telling us a story. Hello. So if you guys want a message for yourself, it's going to still be helpful for our general reading as well. So I like people to participate when they hop on live. If you didn't catch the beginning of this, again, once this becomes available, you might want to go back and listen to this at the beginning as well, if you're interested in any of those offers that I have going on, etc., etc. All right, I'm going to take a moment here. I'm going to go into the Akashic Records for everyone that will be watching, setting that intention. So taking a couple deep breaths with me, This is just like a little meditation I go into, but that low back is really, really acting up. So let me know if you have any low back issues. Usually that's related to the root chakra and the sacral chakra. So root chakra is very much about this need to ground more, to really focus on being outside in the earth a little bit more. That will help with overthinking, overanalyzing, anxiety, things like that. And then the sacral chakra is very much kind of like what I was just talking about, receiving Reiki energy, things like that. Working on your emotions, working on balancing your chakras, things like that. I'm also getting that there might be someone on here who, like, they don't set intentions. And so let me know if you do set intentions on a daily basis or if you don't. Some people might call that a mantra as well, where like each day you make a decision of kind of something that you want to bring in. Or if you go to do an energy practice, which yesterday's reading in my Reiki and in my daily was very much talking about this need where more people need energy exercises. So again, no coincidence, on July 12th I'm going to be teaching energy work. So if you don't have energy practices, or even if you do and you want to develop those on a deeper level, understand how to work through that energy, July 12th will be a great class for you. So it's 55 Canadian. All right, so as we breathe here, so breathe with me, guys, let it out. Okay, and I'm going to pick up that card on the floor, and so we've entered this space, which is great. So what I love is we can ask questions in this space. If you have any questions that you want answered, this is an opportunity to do that when I'm live, especially where I'm entering that space. Sometimes we can even ask, what is it that I need for my highest good? I like asking just general things like that. So what can I do? How can I do this? Not why is this happening? You're going to see this in my group reading that I do on July 3rd, where we're going to be like going into the energy, and then again, productive things, not to bring up the past. You'll see this in my mediumship readings as well, that I'm still tapping into the psychic side, which is like understanding why there are like ancestral or genetic things coming up, health related stuff. So it's actually there to help you. Also just saw a little spirit there beside me, so somebody definitely has someone with them here. I was being told to specifically come on here right now, so trust that you're here for a reason. All right, so Krista is saying yes, please. So 5 of Earth, talking about money. So if you ever want to come into my membership group, it's $55.55 for a month. You can just do 1 month if you want to. If you're enjoying it and you want to continue or take your time, stay longer, you're more than welcome to. We do 5 readings, well, 5 videos a month in that. But the Money Blocks program that I just posted, there's like 5, all the numbers 5 hours worth coming up for you. It feels like with the Money Blocks program, that would be really helpful. And the reason for that is because this talks about the connection to energy and money. And again, where I was just talking about the full moon group reading, I'm going to be talking about manifesting a bit more. That's really important. The girls that were in that class with me, they're messaging me a lot, telling me all the positive things that have been happening and how now they're feeling in the flow, and it's just these beautiful exchanges are coming in. So that's kind of what I'm leaning towards for you, is to keep working on the energetics of manifestation work. I also have in there an abundance program as well, just to get into that mindset work, right? Because if we are just going to work and we're just like looking at our bank account, we're just paying bills, life can get really depressing, right? So Earth, talking about what we were just talking about, the lower chakras, right? So we're worrying less. We've got to do those energy exercises to get our head in the game more than anything, especially if you're going to work, working really hard, maybe getting underpaid as well, stuff like that. That can create a lot of anxiety in itself when we're feeling kind of like we're not getting the rewards, or we're being hard on ourselves and we're not giving ourselves the rewards that we need. Okay, so for July 1st, everybody definitely needs to connect to more manifestation work, really getting your mindset in the right place. All right, we have Ace of Air here. New beginnings. I'm getting for people to stretch, literally putting your arms up in the air And then just dropping them back down. Draw the energy up. Hold tall like a tree. Hold it, and then just dropping it down. It's weird, but that's what I'm getting here. So maybe again July 1st, just practicing that is just an energy exercise. The other thing I posted in my spiritual support team, which is my Facebook group, you have to ask to be a part of that. I just posted an energy ball exercise. That's a really helpful one. So just a couple little quick tips how to move the energy for free. Okay, but whenever we see this, it really talks about new strengthening tips. That's what's coming up, ways to strengthen your body as well, not just your energy, because the body is still connected to our spirit, right? So tonight I'm going to be doing a talk on how to balance the body, mind, and spirit. So that's probably why this is coming up again. I wasn't expecting to do that talk tonight underneath YouTube live, but I'm going to. So you might want to, if you're drawn to that card, especially connect to that. So it seems to be a theme here of things that people need to learn right now. 6, again, is talking about the number of balance, which was what we were just discussing, balancing our mindset. This actually is a really beautiful card. Yesterday's energy was amazing too. Well, for today actually. So you should be feeling pretty good if you are watching this, in the sense that things are going to get better and things are going to get lighter for you. If you didn't check out my weekly reading, that's kind of what comes up in the weekly for today's Friday. So how the energy is improving throughout the week. Let me know if you relate to that. I have been a little sick, and I'm finding that energy is moving, but I've also been attracting people who kind of line up with where that energy is as well. So moving in a positive direction, even if you don't know it or not, you are. Things are getting better for us just in society as a whole, which is great. I know it might feel like it's a complete crapshoot right now in the world. It's actually not. There's a lot of really great things. It's just people are getting really tired and exhausted of the way that things are because there's been so many shifts. But don't be too hard on yourself at this time where we are in full moon energy. What we want to do is, if you've been watching my dailies, it's talking about like raising our own vibration, probably why I'm bringing up the energy ball, doing some of those stretches, and what we're saying to and about ourselves as well. I've been encouraging people in some of my meditations to start looking at your positive qualities, your positive traits. You might see that in my Reiki healing from yesterday. So for fire, that's what this was kind of talking about, like our reward system. What are we doing to support ourselves along the way? Are we doing things that make us feel good? Are we resisting that? Because what resists persists. This is someone who definitely needs to honor where they are in the moment a bit more, but they're not like tapping in and listening. So if you are drawn to this card, my July 5th intuitive classes might be supportive for you. We're learning about your clairs, how to go deeper into your own creative abilities. And there's someone watching, I feel, who's working on their ancestral lineage as well. So I know I relate to that in the sense that when I went to do some ancestral work, when I went and learned about my Akashic records, that's kind of what made me realize I wanted to work with herbs and heal through herbs, and that was a part of my ancestral lineage, which is interesting. And also the importance of, for me anyway, medications, not to be afraid of medications. Just because I'm into like the woo-woo, it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with medication. So I had to let go of some fears that I had around taking medication. So it's about being open to, of course, healing in all ways. And so that might be coming up for you as well. When you do some ancestral work, you'll start to see what your gifts and your talents are, but you might also start to see some of your own blocks and your ways of thinking. We can get really rigid in our ways of thinking sometimes. So this is telling you to start understanding that on a deeper level. If you join my pro membership, you can learn about Akashic Records in there. I have 2 different certification programs. So Queen of Air, talking about strength. So that's coming up twice. So you might be feeling like you're going through a little bit of a tough time. As I was saying, I'm even feeling that, just like fighting a little bit of sickness. But again, it's important. So one of the good things that has come up is like with being sick, for myself anyway, I did get back into my herbs. I did get back into like all this old stuff that I used to do a lot of. So let me know if you relate to that as well. Is there something kind of like negative happening, but then you're getting something really good that's that's coming from it. As I said, I'm attracting clients who definitely are working on their own health, or working on like herbs or medicines or throat chakra, and releasing things, etc. So pay attention to who you're attracting at this time. Keep in mind this is for the energy of July 1st, so I like getting these a little bit ahead to get some insight on how you might want to plan your day, or little mindfulness practices. So Queen, that's the feminine energy, makes sense. Moons are all about the feminine side, our heart chakra, things like that. And then we've got fire, but actually this full moon is in Capricorn, so very much about the earth element. However, it does feel like if you're already a very grounded person, you're going to be really, really intuitive at this time. If you're not a grounded person, you might get really, really confused, probably why I'm drawn towards doing a group reading to help people with this energy right now. You can also book a one-on-one session if you feel called to that. I'm getting some more people that are starting to want to do the membership, my classes, and then book one-on-one readings in between, just to kind of get that private session in too. The word warm and graceful is coming up here, so comfort yourself a little bit with this full moon energy as well. Sometimes we'll go into such work mode that we have forgotten about like the love that we deserve, our love life, our healthy patterns of behaviors that we're already doing right, instead of, again, focusing on all that shadow work. This moon, I'm encouraging you to actually work on what are you bringing into your life, what brings you joy, more abundance, and things like that. Okay, so there are your messages. We only had one person asking for a message, so that's still, again, related to everybody's message. Don't forget that. So when we ask, you're actually helping other people. You're bringing up new information that we wouldn't bring up otherwise. I'm also getting that do not cry over spilled milk. There might be someone watching here that needs to hear that. And that's just a little saying for people that don't know. And we're making mountains out of molehills, meaning we are taking something and we're making it so much bigger, because when we're tired, or when we're not getting Reiki, or when we're not doing energy exercises, or whatever it is, we tend to think that everything is kind of like about us, or everything's going downhill, and there's like it creates like a negative vicious cycle. So you might find that you're also attracting negative things into your life as a result of that mindset. So they're really encouraging me today for us to focus on more love and support, and also more freedom. 5 is the number of freedom, so we were seeing that coming up over and over, right? 5 hours, 5 of Earth, that sort of thing. So the energy that I'm picking up here is that the heart chakra is really going through a really heavy time. Like everybody's heart chakra is, not just yours. So if you're feeling a little bit tense, tight in the body, stretch it out, work it out, and again, comfort yourself. Crystals are really great for comfort. You can kind of see my little like scarf on here today. I'm wearing like my little cotton shorts. I don't know why that matters, but it feels like even if I'm feeling like I need to wear something cool, I still want a little bit of a hug. Yeah, what you're putting into your body at this time, I'm actually getting to work with cinnamon. Cinnamon brings in abundance. I also have a cinnamon tincture. I feel like there are a few people out there that could benefit from that. Keep in mind with tinctures, because we're ingesting those things, it's important to be mindful of if you are on any medications. But if you're called to that, reach out. I have little bottles and I have bigger bottles of that. So cinnamon can also reduce stress levels, because it can actually help you with your energy, with grounding. But also if you're a person who craves sugar, or if you need sugar a lot, cinnamon can actually, I believe, like lower our like sugar levels. I do have this underneath my site through my shop as well, and of course you can research things on your own, but our cravings for sugar will go down, because it shifts our sugar levels. Okay, so for instance, like if somebody's diabetic, right, they need that little bit of like insulin. So this can working with herbs and roots and things like that can actually be helpful as preventative as well. So sometimes people think, oh, I don't need that. What ends up happening is often we'll end up on medication because we end up with like some type of illness, And then it's too late to start taking these herbal remedies because we're too far past that point. Now we actually have a problem. So when we work with herbs, I work with like tons of different ones. Then that can help us balance a bunch of different things. Keep in mind, we don't stay too long on the same herb. We don't take too much, and if you're sensitive, we start very small. So if you need support with that, I can tune into what herbs would be good for you. I feel like I have like 1,000 different things in my storage here. So I can make you things as well if I don't already have something for you, and that's kind of what I'm doing with people that are a little bit more complicated. I'm customizing some things for them. So that's actually a new thing that I'm just starting to do for myself is I'm working with a naturopath, and she kind of told me what things to buy, what things to make, and then how to create the ratios based on like allergies and things like that, which is really cool. So play with those things a little bit more. Feel free to reach out. If you are feeling out of balance, again, it's a great way to get a healing or a reading. And also watch, I would say, for anyone that's watching, watch the last 2 Reiki sessions that I did, that I recorded from you, that are on YouTube from TikTok, and just to help you energy-wise, if that's a good start for you. All right, any questions, feel free to reach out. We'll see you guys tonight as well. And I'm probably going to be hopping on TikTok as well at some point too. All right, take care.